Hi everyone, this is Arpad from Starpath Academy, and I would like to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a happy holiday season. And I just wanted to give a little update on the channel and wanted to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. And you guys asked me about some Eastern European Christmas traditions and customs and such. And a couple came to my mind, and we'll talk about those a little bit, but want to keep the video short so you can spend more time with your family instead of on YouTube. But I also have a couple of updates. The place I'm from in Romania, basically Transylvania, between the Carpathian Mountains, it's quite interesting because a Santa Claus doesn't come during Christmas. Santa Claus actually comes on the 5th, on Saint Nicholas Day, instead of the night of the 24th. So we have Santa Claus, Saint Nicholas Day, and we have Christmas on the 24th, right, and 25th. But on the 24th, actually on the night of the 24th, the angels bring the presents for kids. So Santa Claus, I guess, it's a different place on the globe, so he has to make time, whatever. But that's the tradition where I'm from. So Santa Claus comes on the 5th, and the angels bring the presents and the Christmas tree decorations, especially candy on the tree on the night of the 24th. So a little interesting thing that not a lot of people know about. But if you take a look at the map of Europe and take a look at regions, it sometimes a bit differs. So I'll try to link to a map of Europe where it says every different region has its own little variation of who brings the presents during Christmas. So that's quite interesting. I never heard anywhere else where this is the tradition, but this was the tradition and is the tradition where I'm from. Also, during communism, when kids got presents, actually Saint Nicholas was outlawed. You could not say Santa Claus. You would have to say Father Winter. So during communism, it was Father Winter who brought the presents. A little interesting thing there. So, but then, and of course, Christmas sort of was outlawed in regions, or they tried to outlaw it. It never really worked. It was just too strong. And as soon as communism fell in Romania, it went back to Santa Claus, or Saint Nicholas, the name. So that's a little bit of interesting fact. Now for customs, or what we did, I mean, preparation for Christmas was the most interesting part, and usually that is when the food came out from the attic and from the storage places, and people started preparing a lot of food from what they had, of course. But we would keep a lot of the precious stuff for Christmas. And by precious stuff, I would mean especially nuts and sweets. Walnuts was where I'm from, and that was the biggest thing. We would make cookies and treats with walnuts and honey and that sort of stuff. Hazelnuts, walnuts for sure, and also poppy seeds. So I'll try to share a recipe or link to a video in the description to some recipes from from where I'm from, and one of my favorite treats ever, of course, was the walnut roll that my grandmother used to make always for Christmas. But then we would start early, and as long as there were walnuts and ingredients, we would make it. So making sure that, you know, we would grind the walnuts and actually shred the walnuts and make the preparation. That was quite important. Actually, we just recently bought a KitchenAid extender, my family here, so we can we can shred the walnuts faster because the cookies are so good that we're making lots this year. So yeah, but I'll share the recipe or find the link to a recipe, and you'll get to see what I mean. But also, poppy seed roll is a very, very important and traditional Christmas, and there's a lot of poppy seed that goes into that roll, and it's absolutely delicious. Right. So the other thing was, of course, preparing for Christmas is when we would butcher the pig, so to say. If families would have enough money that they were able to acquire or accumulate, then right before Christmas, or depending on if you still had money, or after Christmas, or when you had money, you would, especially city people, would purchase a pig or a hog, depending on how big your family is. They would butcher, they would process, and they would process the meat and start curing the meat, and eventually smoke the meat, because that was usually the time when we would have pork meat. And because during the year, especially summertime, you would have, the growing season, you would eat different types of foods. But during the winter time, especially as the supplies or as the storage area was emptying, you would purchase a pig and butcher it, and then we would consume that throughout the winter and into the spring, sometimes even later, so depending on what you have. So I did want to stop with just for a little bit with the economic stuff on the channel, just for a week during Christmas, and we'll actually talk about curing meat and smoking meat. So I hope you will enjoy that. I actually invited someone on the channel who I have great respects for. He does a lot of that, so we'll learn about that, how to cure and smoke meat. And I think it will be a very interesting talk. So it's an interesting hobby to have, a very delicious hobby, and we used to do it a lot. And it was really also for survival for us, because that way we could store meat without electricity. So yeah, you'll get to learn that, but stick by. It's more back to prepping, but preparedness, but also as being a lifestyle, and not necessarily expecting bad things, even though they could be around the corner, but being prepared as a lifestyle, and making traditional foods, storing traditionally, and just living traditional lifestyle, how a lot of people should live. And that way I believe we would have no issues, and yeah, I think we would have a more holistic life, that's for sure. So you'll get to learn about that, but we will get back into economics and monetary stuff. And I do have an interview lined up with people. Well, definitely one, it's already done, but I still need to edit that. So we'll get back into monetary stuff, economic stuff, preparedness shortly. But let's enjoy Christmas. Let's enjoy the holiday time, holiday spirits. I hope everyone is maybe spending more time with your families and friends, and connections that we have been talking about. Make sure to build those connections. This is the best time to do that. Call back relatives and friends you haven't talked with for a very long time, even if you disagree with them politically or anything like that. Just this is the holiday season. Let's make it work, right? And it could be a start or a restart of something very good. So make sure you use this time for that, and don't worry too much, at least for this week, at least for this couple of days, and make sure you enjoy time with your family. Now, coming the new week, we also want to give back to the followers and subscribers. So I don't know exactly when. It could be this end of the year, this year, or early next year. I will try to organize a little giveaway. So I'm not exactly sure how the rule is, but you know, you have been very generous to me, and I want to give back a little bit. And we had some awesome super chats, and you know, I want to make sure that we organize something fun, probably silver related, I'm thinking. So we'll see how it goes, but yeah, it was just an amazing year, and I want to make it fun in continuation. So we'll see how it happens, but be on the lookout for that. Also, make sure to comment on the videos, under the videos. That helps the channel a lot. That helps the videos a lot, and helps me a lot too. Some of you guys share amazing information that I didn't know about, so then I go off and research. So I'm just thankful for all of that. You know, the gratitude that you guys express, the, you know, just the opinions and everything, I really appreciate it. So just for that, please do always comment on the videos. You know, and most likely the giveaway will be around comments or something like that, so be on the lookout for that. And yeah, like the videos. If you like the decoration that my wife did for the office, make sure to like the video and let her know in the comments section. So yeah, I hope everyone is having a fun time, and we'll be doing more videos, and I always appreciate questions, and I'll be answering more members' questions shortly. So thank you very much for all of those, and thank you for writing me on Patreon and on buymeacoffee.com. I really appreciate that, and as much as I can, I answer your questions, or bring those topics up in future videos. So now go back to your family, enjoy this time, and happy holidays and Merry Christmas to everyone. Thank you, everyone. It has been a truly amazing journey to be with you and talk to you, and I'm looking forward for a lot of good times that we can have together. Thank you, everyone, and Merry Christmas.